Alright, welcome into another edition of whatever we're calling this, I don't know. I guess I'll call this episode Wild Card Saturday, heading into Wild Card Sunday. So, Kansas City and Indianapolis just finished up. Whopper. This is a shocker. Indianapolis just won, beating Kansas City 45-44 by one measly point. Anyways, okay. So for you today we have BCS Bowl game review and Factoid Palooza. Okay, I want to talk about so early in the week these playoff games weren't selling out. The only one that sold out was Seattle game. And that's not even, they don't even know who they're playing yet, because they don't play this week. But it's so far in the future that it's amazing that that one sold out and these other ones didn't sell out. So let's break this down in this week's breakdown. So, number one, there's the price. Okay, the price just to get in the door at an NFL game these days, we're talking like $154 to like $160, depending on where you're seated. That's just to get in the door. We're not even talking parking. We're not even talking food, beer, souvenirs, or gas money for your car, van, SUV, whatever, if you're taking multiple people. So there's that. Then there's the undeniable fact that in the last 5 or so years, the home viewing experience has gotten better. I mean, you know, because we had that law that they passed that said everybody has to broadcast in HD. So, and now we got, you know, LED TVs, LCD, there's 4K TVs, and 3D market out there, and, you know, you can throw money away, you know, and put all the money you want into a bitchin' sound system for your TV, and, you know, you could go and spend the money and get a big projector and have, you know, leather seats in a home theater situation, you know. So, and you have heat and AC, and you can get all the food and beer you want, and so there's that. And then at least for the New Orleans and Philadelphia game, and for the San Francisco and Green Bay game, weather is a factor. Now, in Green Bay tomorrow, it's supposed to be anywhere from -5 to -15 degrees. Whew, that's cold. So there's that. Anyways, in other local big news for sports, I think it's on January 20th, TNT, the NBA basketball game that they chose was Portland versus Houston Rockets. They picked Portland and Houston over an LA Lakers game. Now that's saying a lot for this Portland Trailblazers team. That's showing that, hey, the national, you know, teams, I mean, the national broadcasters are starting to take notice to what Portlanders and Northwesterners have noticed for a long time. Anyways, that's pretty exciting. Alright, so I'm going to give you my picks for the remaining games in NFL wild card. So I'm going to take Philadelphia over New Orleans. And I'm going to take San Diego over Cincinnati. And I'm going to take San Francisco over Green Bay. And, okay, here is my list of potential NFL matchups. Philly versus Seattle. New Orleans versus Seattle. Indy versus Seattle. San Diego versus Seattle. San Francisco versus Seattle. Denver versus Seattle. Or New England Patriots versus Seattle. So basically I like any matchup that sees Seattle Seahawks in the final game. I would like to see San Francisco win their game tomorrow and have to play Seattle to get to... I'd like to see Seattle and San Francisco face off in a playoff game and see Seattle win just to shut up the 49er fans, because they've been hating on Seattle fans for a while now. So anyways, okay, moving on to our BCS Bowl game review. We got the Gator Bowl, Nebraska versus Georgia. With a score of 24-19, Nebraska is your winner. Then we had the Chick-fil-A Bowl. Oh, I should mention that not all of this is in order. Anyways, we had the Chick-fil-A Bowl with Duke versus Texas A&M. With a score of 48-52, Texas A&M is your winner. Then we had the AdvoCare V100 Bowl with the Arizona Wildcats versus Boston College. With a score of 42-19, Arizona Wildcats are your winner. Then we had the AutoZone Liberty Bowl with Rice versus Mississippi State. With a score of 44-7, Rice is your winner. Then we had the Capital One Bowl with South Carolina versus Wisconsin. With a score of 34-24, South Carolina is your winner. Then we had the Outback Bowl with Iowa and LSU. With a score of 14-21, LSU is your winner. Then we had the 100th Rose Bowl presented by Vizio with Stanford versus Michigan. With a score of 20-24, Michigan State is your winner. Then we had the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl with UCF versus Baylor, and a score of 52-42. UCF is your winner. Then we had the Sugar Bowl with Oklahoma Sooners versus Alabama Crimson Tide. This is surprising everybody because Alabama, as you know, was #1 at one point. They got knocked off by Auburn in the Iron Bowl with that surprising finish that everybody keeps talking about. So they could have been in the BCS championship game. They should have been in the BCS championship game, but they got knocked off. So, and I don't know how good the Sooners have been this year, so maybe this could have been your BCS matchup. But anyways, with a score of 45-31, Oklahoma Sooners are your winner. Then we had the Sun Bowl with Virginia Tech versus UCLA with a score of 12-42. UCLA is their winner. Go Pac-12. Then I watched the Under Armour All-American game This is a high school game highlighting the top high school prospects going to college. I love the jerseys in this one. Team Nitro was really vibrant with their jerseys. Anyways, we have Team Highlight with Team Nitro with a score of 31-21. Team Highlight is your winner. Then we had the AT&T Cotton Bowl Classic with OSU versus MSU, that's Missouri. With a score of 31-41, MSU is your winner. Then we had the Orange Bowl with Clemson versus Ohio State with a score of 40-35. Clemson is your winner. Okay. Moving on to factoid / quote bonanza. Finishing second behind tea, beer is the second most popular beverage in the world. There are more chickens on this earth than there are humans. It takes 11 pounds of olives to make 1 quart of extra virgin olive oil. And here's a word for you: glamping, shorthand for glamorous camping or luxury camping. Here's an interesting one for you. All the gifts in the 12 days of Christmas would equal 364 gifts and cost $27,393. That is adjusted for inflation, I am sure. When it wants to, a chicken can travel up to 9 miles per hour. Now, in a follow-up to that one and the other one that I read earlier, more and more Americans, I just heard this report last night, that more and more Americans are choosing chicken for dinner over beef. So more and more it's chicken is what's for dinner instead of beef is what's for dinner. Who knew? Here's a quote for you. At the end of Prohibition, FDR said, "What America needs now is a drink." Here's a funny saying: laws are like sausages. It is better not to see them being made. Sausage, following up with that one, sausage originally comes from the Latin, pardon me if I butcher this, pun intended, but my Latin is not very good, so my best interpretation is salsusas, meaning prepared by salting. Did you know that the great tennis player John McEnroe went to Stanford University and was the 1978 NCAA singles champ? Now you know. Alright, here you go. Happy January from the Old Farmer's Almanac. Did you know that January is named for Janus, the Roman god for beginnings, the Roman god of beginnings, doorways, and transitions. Janus looks simultaneously to the future and the past, suggesting an opportunity for reflection and resolution. Then again, the term Janus-faced is used to describe someone who is dualistic or duplicitous and or two-faced. Now you know. That's that. Okay, I can read off for you the movie trivia question for the weekend. James Bond actor Roger Moore was knighted in what year? So if you know the answer to that one, post it in the comments. And remember, if you go to my Facebook page, Facebook, that's at Kerry Peck, that's KERIPECK, and send me a friend request, you can see these trivia questions daily or somewhat close to that, and then the answers are posted the next day. So I give you 24 hours to post your answer, and then yeah. If you like the channel, please subscribe. And don't forget to go into your subscriptions and check the box that says I want to receive email updates from this channel. So the only bowl game that I didn't have on my chart yet is the BBVA Compass Bowl, and I'm gonna get to today the Army All-American High School game, and after Monday I will have the BCS National Championship game results, and then I think on the 8th is the I think it's like next Saturday or something, there's the East-West Shrine game, so looking forward to that. And I'm also looking forward to the NFL All-Star game, the Pro Bowl, that's what it is, yeah. So here is I'm gonna give you my pick for the BCS Bowl game. I'm going with Auburn, War Eagle. Yeah. So there's that. I think I saw something on Facebook yesterday that it was Eli Manning's birthday. Anyways, there's that. I hope you have a good weekend. And as soon as I have the results, probably sometime after Monday, I will have the results for the other wild card games, and we'll have the matchups for next weekend, or whenever Seattle is going to play, and Denver and New England. So that's it for today. Goodbye.